Hi guys, this is Kimmy Yanks and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be reviewing a special gaming accessory that I recently purchased. This is the first time I would be reviewing such an accessory, so please forgive me if I end up making some mistakes in this review video. So today we are going to have a closer and a deeper look at the Steelseries Arctis 7P wireless gaming headset for the PlayStation 5. Right, so without more time to waste, let us dive right in and discuss what this beauty has to offer PlayStation gamers. Before I proceed into the first segment of this review, if you guys have not seen the unboxing and the setup video of the Arctis 7P wireless, there is a link in the top right hand corner. Please do visit that video and tell me what you think about it. Talking about the design and features of this gaming headset, well, this is a round-the-year wireless gaming headset that operates on 2.4 GHz with a frequency range from 20 to 20,000 Hz. Now, this is what separates a gaming headset from a traditional Bluetooth ANC or non-ANC headphone. These headsets with the frequency range that they have are able to replicate game audio much better than a traditional headset would do. So I would highly recommend that you guys go into the market and get yourself a gaming headset rather than sticking to your traditional headset that is used either for phone calls or for music. Talking about the color options, you've got two color options in the 7P. That is, one is obviously the black, which is unfortunately not available in India. The other is the white with a good amount of blue running across the length of the headset as well as in the ear cups itself. And this color scheme kind of goes with the general color that comes in the PlayStation 5 as of now. I am hoping for some customization options to come in from Steelseries soon, but this is the color option available. Other than that, you've got the black, and if you were looking at the 7X, which is optimized for the Xbox Series S or the X, and it also works on the PlayStation 5, that one is black with a dash of green, again matching the color scheme of the Xbox itself. This headset has a battery life of 24 hours, which is very good considering the life that I had on my Razer Thresher, which was about 15 to 16 hours, and I kind of felt that it was a bit short on runtime. You've got a range of 12 meters or 40 feet, and this is actually a noise isolation headphone. It is not a noise cancelling headphone. However, the retractable boom mic that we have does offer you double noise cancelling, and it can be directed in whichever direction that you want. Other than that, this is a Discord certified microphone, which is quite interesting because there are a lot of gamers who are strutting their stuff on Discord, live streaming their gameplay footage, which is nice to know. This houses 40mm drivers. Of course, this was launched in November last year, so the latest competition has gotten upgraded drivers with 50mm coming out, but as of now the Steelseries 7P has 40mm drivers. Talking about the design, well, it is very much in line with what Steelseries has been doing in the past. It's a tried and tested and successful product. So if you were to look through the iterations of Steelseries headphones that have come down the years, you've got the Arctis 1, you've got the Arctis 3, the 5, the 7, the 9 as well. You've got the Arctis Pro, you've got the Arctis Pro Wireless, and all these have the same design cues and the same form factor that you would see in the 7P wireless currently. Before I forget, talking about the ear cups, well, these ear cups are removable, they are washable, and they're even customizable. In fact, there are a couple of sites in the US which offer you different colors and add to the overall look and feel of the headset itself. Talking about the build quality of the headset, well, majorly this headset is constructed with plastic, but you have a steel frame or a steel metal construction running across the top of the headset. So this actually adds to the sturdiness of the headset, but otherwise it is pretty lightweight considering its construction quality and feels durable. If I were to talk about the back face of the ear cups, you can feel from my tapping that this too is plastic, as well as the the hinges, this is how they are. Yeah, sorry, I got that wrong. So this is how the hinges are, and these two are built in plastic. They're not flimsy in build, so that is good to know. Talking about the ear cups, well, you've got your leather insides, so the inside face is leather, but the ear cups itself is built in sporty fabric. You also have a velcro adjustment strap that runs across the headset, and this helps in adjusting the tightness of the strap on your head. So overall, I would say it's a very durable headset. Of course, I'm not going to be stretching the headset or putting it through its, flexing it in awkward ways, because I'm sure there are a lot of YouTubers as well as expert reviewers who have done that in the past, but and they can be great reference points for the durability of a headset. But this in itself feels well built. It has the lightness of the plastic, but also the sturdiness of the steel. Talking about the fit and comfort of this headset, well, I have the velcro adjust on the default position as it came in, and I think this should suffice. So let me put this on the head and show you guys how it feels in terms of fit and comfort. Wow. Like I said in the earlier part of my video, the lightness of plastic and the sturdiness of steel, this is what a headset should be. Right now I am wearing this on my head, and I'm actually feeling no pressure whatsoever on the crown of my head. Neither is there any tightness towards the sides. As you can see, I'm wearing my blue light filter glasses. Those aren't hindering the comfort, or they're not causing any discomfort actually in any way, and they are fit as they are, which is very nice. There is a good amount of noise isolation, and the fabric ear cups do a great job in giving you a very good comfortable fit. Now if I were to compare this to my Razer Thresher 7.1, this feels much more comfortable, because I always felt that the Razer ear cups had a more rounded design, and I'm not too big a fan of the rounded design. I prefer the ovally design that these headphones have, and they actually add to the overall comfort and actually recreate the profile of my ear. So I mean, there could be somebody who would prefer a round back design, but this is how it is for me. If I were to compare this to my ANC headphones, the Bowers & Wilkins PX7, and mind you, these are very good headsets and very comfortable. Okay, in terms of noise isolation, since these are ANC headphones and this is what they're supposed to do, this has a much better noise isolation with the headset off. In terms of comfort on the head, there is a slight, very slight pressure that I feel on the crown of my head, and not too much of a tightness. I would say similar levels of comfort to the 7P wireless on the side. Once again, the blue light filter glasses aren't causing any discomfort, but there is a little less play compared to what I had on the 7P wireless with the PX7. So if I were to compare these two headphones, of course the utility, like I said in the earlier part of my video, it's very different, but I can safely say that overall comfort is much better in the 7P compared to the PX7, which is a traditionally good ANC headphone. And mind you, as an ANC headphone, the noise isolation is much better on this, but and of course this still is supremely comfortable, but the PX7 sets a new the 7P, sorry, the 7P wireless sets a new benchmark when it comes to fit and comfort for a gaming headset. Talking about the functions on the headset itself, you've got a fair number of controls on the left ear cup and a couple on the right. On the right hand side, you've got your power button, of course, which powers on your headset after pressing it for 3 seconds. Then you've got side tone, which basically regulates the amount of mic volume in your in-game audio. There is no way to regulate between in-game audio and the mic chat audio, which is a big drawback for this headset. The Pulse 3D actually has that feature. Moving over to the left, you've got your mic mute button. So once you press this actually activates your mic, and you can actually hear your own voice as you speak into your mic. Then you've got your volume rocker, which basically is regulating the amount of audio that's coming through your headset. Here you've got the share port cable, which is a proprietary cable given by Steelseries, which allows a friend to get the same game audio that you are listening to through this port. I will discuss about this in the connectivity in the next segment of this video. And here you've got your 3.5mm audio jack, and finally your micro USB charging cable for the headset. Before I forget, the power button also doubles up as a play, pause, or onto the next track or previous track whenever you're listening to music on your PC, and it can also be used to answer phone calls on your mobile phones. All this is available in the Steelseries Engine. So once you connect your headset to the app on your PC, it will show you all the controls that are available through this power button. Talking about the connectivity options, well, first up you've got your USB Type-C connector, which connects your 7P wirelessly to the PlayStation 5 or even to your PC if you do have a USB Type-C port on it. The second most important cable is your Type-C to USB-A converter cable that can be used either on your PlayStation 5 on one of the USB ports, or to connect to your or to connect to your laptop or PC through one of your USB ports there. Next up, you've got the sharing audio cable, the proprietary cable that I was telling you guys about from Steelseries. So on one end of the cable you've got the 3.5mm jack, and on the other side you've got the shareable port cable, and that would go into your port, which is this one, this port. And this port actually allows your friend to hear game audio that you might be playing with your 7P headset. Finally, this is your micro USB charging cable. Unfortunately, this is not a Type-C, but the older version of the USB charging that these headsets used to have. Once you've gotten yourself the Arctis 7P wireless, the first step that you should take is to download the Steelseries Engine software from the Steelseries website, and it is available both for the Windows as well as the Mac systems if you have an Apple. And once you've done that, you open up the software, and this is what will show you. Well, my 7P wireless is already was connected to it before this, hence it is listing the product. But all you have to do is use the Type-C connector that comes with the headset itself. If you do not have the Type-C port on your laptop, then you can use the Type-C to USB-A connector that Steelseries gives you. Once you've put in the adapter, it's time to power on your headset. Hold it for 3 seconds until you see the light blinking, and it shows you on the software itself that the Arctis 7P wireless has connected, along with the battery level remaining on your headset. One important discovery that I had made was I started playing with the 7P wireless on the PlayStation 5 without customizing my settings on the engine itself, and I actually discovered that the volume levels were lower than what I had expected them to be. Hence, I recommend that you go on the engine itself, and once you've connected your headset, open up the device configuration, and as you guys can see, This is actually showing you the default setup, and on your right you've got these equalizer settings. Let me just zoom in and show you what the presets are. So first you've got the custom setup, which is basically all at default, and if you were to choose the flat setup, that is also the same preset as the custom. If you are into esports and FPS games, then performance is the preset that you need to be on, because that definitely helps in triangulating the direction from where footsteps are approaching, and that can actually make or break pivotal online games. If you are into action and adventure, then immersion is the setup to be on, and so if you're playing a Miles Morales or Until Dawn, Horizon, any of those games, God of War, Demon Souls, immersion is the preset that you need to be on. The dynamic range compression, I would actually let it be as it is, because it could actually mess around with your 3D audio experience. And then you actually have the microphone settings. So before I move on to the microphone settings, talking once again about the presets, you can actually play around with the equalizer options if you want to do that by yourself, but I think immersion is the best preset to be on for your gaming needs on the PlayStation 5. And if you are into FPS, then performance is the preset to be on. Music and voice, well, I think this works better on the PC. If you actually select the voice preset, I've actually realized that when listening to music, the voice becomes more, there's more emphasis on the singing and the voice notes rather than the music itself, and in the music preset it goes vice versa. So all you have to do is put it on immersion. If you want to play around with individual settings, you do that, and once that is done, you can actually save your presets or your configurations. Now another interesting suggestion, and I would definitely recommend that you guys do it yourself too, because once again everyone has different tastes. You can actually have live preview on and then play different YouTube videos in the background, so that helps you better interpret what presets would work best for you for the PlayStation 5. Now once that is done, all you have to do is save your preset, and once that is done, your PlayStation 5 headset is ready for gaming on the console. Talking about the microphone right now, as you guys can see, the red light is glowing on my microphone, which basically means that the microphone is currently muted. All I have to do is press this button to unmute my mic, and then the light goes out. Now if I were to put this on my head and click on live mic preview, then my voice is actually coming through the microphone, and I can actually hear myself through the headphones, so I know what kind of audio is coming through. I will actually do a mic audio test later in one of my gameplay videos, so that can help you guys understand better how clear or how muffled the audio is coming through the 7P's mic itself. Here you've got the mic volume options, and then last but not the least, you actually have your power options to turn the headset off after a certain time of inactivity. Before I move on to the next segment of the review, just wanted to tell you guys that the Type-C adapter and the headphone are actually paired from the factory itself, but if they were not to work together, then you can always reconnect the headset by plugging in the Type-C to your laptop, or using the Type C to Type A, Type C to USB A converter, and then using one of your USB ports, and then pressing and holding your the power button on the headset for 5 seconds. Once that is done, your Arctis 7P will pair with your dongle, and then you can have your default configurations or your custom configurations saved onto your headset. One more important thing before I move ahead, the headphones will not connect with your laptop using the micro USB cable or a 3.5 mm cable. They will only connect with the USB Type C or the Type C to Type A converter cable, so be mindful of that fact. Once you've set up the perfect preset on the Steelseries Engine for your headset, you come back here to your PS5, connect the Type C connector into the USB Type C port of the PlayStation 5. I'm actually using an offset adapter so that my USB Type A doesn't get hindered by the length of the Type C adapter. Go back to your PS5 screen, and then you just simply switch on your Steelseries headset by pressing the power button there, and you can see this thing blinking, and up here you will see the Steelseries headset getting connected. There you go, the USB headset Steelseries Arctis 7P is connected. Once that is done, just go into the settings, scroll down into sound, and there you have your input device as the USB headset, which is the Steelseries Arctis 7P. You have the option to adjust your microphone level, and then you've got your volume as well as enabling 3D audio and the 3D audio profile. Now the important thing about this profile is that basically you need to put your headset on and basically select the level where you feel that the sound is closest to your ear, and believe me, this audio profile demonstration and setting up is very important to ensure that you have the perfect experience of your 7P headset with the 3D Tempest audio from Sony. If I were to talk about the audio quality, which is the most important aspect of this headset, since it's a gaming headset, I can say that the 3D Tempest audio sounds brilliant on the Arctis 7P. It does absolute justice to what the Sony PlayStation 5 has to offer in terms of audio quality. The sound is very wholesome. There's not too much of treble that's coming through the headset, as well as the bass is also not too overpowering. I can safely say that this is one of the better sounding headsets that I've had compared to the Razer Thresher, which of course was optimized for the PlayStation 4. So in terms of audio quality, this would be a great buy to have. Right, so now I'm on my Steelseries 7P mic, and this is the mic audio that's coming through in this in-game recording. And from what I can understand is that there is a good replication of my original voice. There's not too much of muffling and not too many filters being applied, which is quite nice to know. Yes, of course there is a little bit of toning down, which is quite characteristic of all these gaming headphones, but overall the voice is pretty crystal clear. And you also need to remember that you need to adjust your mic levels and the audio levels through this microphone option after you press the PS button. But essentially I'm very happy with the mic quality and the performance. Big thumbs up for them there. Finally, the pricing. The Steelseries Arctis 7P wireless is currently retailing at 29,000 INR on Amazon India, If I was to convert that into US dollars, then that would be $390 US, and I think at that price point it is not worth anyone's money. However, if you can wait it out for a Prime Day sale, then like me, you can get it somewhere around 18,700 INR, which equates to about $250 US, and considering the duty that we pay as well as the taxes, I think that is somewhat of a reasonable price for a product of this value. That being said, if you were to go on the SteelSeries official website, in the US it is retailing at $200, but I'm sure on Amazon US it would be somewhere around the $140-$150 mark. So as far as pricing goes, as of now, it is way too expensive, and frankly, as a buyer, if I hadn't bought this at that time, or at the time of the Prime Day sale, I would definitely be looking at other options. So time for the ratings, and first up, talking about design and features. Well, I would give this headset a 9 out of 10. Very feature-rich headset. However, there are a couple of things that I am disappointed about. One obviously is that the black is not available in India, which would have been nice. SteelSeries has not given us a soft carry case to protect it from the elements, considering how dusty Mumbai can get. Also, compared to the competition, this only has 40mm drivers, and if you were to look at the Logitech G Pro X wireless, or the Razer Black Shark V2 Pro, or even the Odyssey Penrose, they have 50mm drivers. So it would have been nice to see SteelSeries introduce a newer iteration of this headset. I'm sure we might see something later in the year, but as of now, 9 out of 10 is what I'll give it for the design and features. Build quality, well, it's again a 9 out of 10. I love how light the headset is. I also find the headset to be fairly sturdy. However, I do have some reservations about the durability of the swivel hinge, which I sometimes feel with normal wear and tear will tend to get loose, and it is a cause of concern there. Fit and comfort, 10 out of 10. I think this headset sets a new benchmark when it comes to how comfortable a gaming headphone should be. There is nothing to fault this headset in when it comes to fit and comfort. Of course, one might say that probably the Velcro might not last long enough, but I think that's out of question. 10 out of 10 for fit and comfort. Really well done, SteelSeries. Functions and connectivity, well, that's an 8 out of 10 for me. My friend Sanil Bate, who runs a YouTube channel called Monk Production, you guys should check it out. He has an Arctis One, and he actually discovered that if you are listening to some music while resting, you can actually accidentally hit the volume rocker button, which in a way is similarly designed on the 7P wireless itself. I understand where he's coming from, because if you're playing, or if you're just relaxing listening to music, and there could be an accidental touch on the volume rocker. So like I said in the earlier part of the video, SteelSeries follows the same design cues across all its headphones, so those drawbacks tend to come to the fore as well. Other than that, they give you a fair amount of cables to use. However, I would have loved to have a 3.5mm audio cable as well. I love the SharePort cable concept. I'm not sure if I'll be able to use it, but it's something nice to have for those who have a friend coming over for some gaming sessions on the PlayStation 5. Engine and setup, well, I would give that a 9 out of 10. Very exhaustive SteelSeries engine with a good number of presets, as well as giving you the option to play around with the equalizer settings. In terms of connectivity, you're well covered with the Type-C connector as well as the USB-C to USB-A converter. I'm not too pleased with the way the Type-C connector has been designed, and if you have seen my unboxing or my setup segment from this video, you would have known that I had to get myself an offset adapter to ensure that my USB-A on the front port does not get hindered. So yes, that would be a 9 out of 10 for me in terms of engine as well as setup. In-game audio and mic quality, well, that's an 8 out of 10 for me. Based on whatever I've had in terms of audio experience with the 7P on the PlayStation 5, it does a brilliant job of using the 3D Tempest audio compatibility, and it gives you a very wholesome experience. However, I have not been able to compare it to the Pulse 3D, which is Sony's own offering for the PlayStation 5. But if I were to compare it to the Razer Thresher 7.1, which I had earlier, then obviously it is a much better sounding headphone. However, the one complaint that I do have with the audio quality is that unless and until you do not set it up in the Steelseries Engine, you might not get the perfect preset to play with, and you might find the volume to be sounding less than you would have liked on the Steelseries 7P, and in some cases you might still not be happy with the preset or your equalizer setting. So that is something that Steelseries needs to have a look at. In terms of mic quality, well, once again, there's not too much of muffled noise and there's not too much filtering, which is very good. It's having a good replication of the person's voice itself, and I think that is where Steelseries does a much better job than the Razer Thresher 7.1. If I were to consider the current retail price of this product on Amazon India, then it would be a 5 out of 10 for me when it comes to pricing. But since I got it at a slightly better value at 18,700 INR, I would give it a 6 out of 10. However, in the grander scheme of things, I think Steelseries needs to have a relook at its pricing strategy when it comes to India, because there are a good number of headphones of almost a similar experience valued at a much better price compared to the Steelseries 7P. If you are in the market looking for one, and if it is retailing under the 20,000 mark, then I think you should go ahead with the Steelseries 7P because of the other features that it has to offer. But anywhere upwards of 20,000 INR, I think it's best to wait for something like an Amazon Prime Day sale to get a better value out of it. Before I conclude this review, I would like to offer you some options that you should look at if you are in the market for a gaming headset. Well, first up, you obviously can look at the Sony Pulse 3D, which is Sony's own headset for the PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, it's not available in India yet, but I'm hoping that they would make it available soon. And the second would be the Razer Barracuda X, which boasts the same hardware as its elder brother, that's the Black Shark V2 Pro wireless, but it has 40mm drivers against the Black Shark's 50mm. So those are the two headsets that I would definitely consider if I were looking at a segment lower than the 7P. In a segment that's at the same level as the 7P wireless, you've got the Logitech Pro X wireless, the Logitech G Pro X wireless, which again unfortunately is out of stock, as I last checked with the Logitech distributor and Amazon India. The one that's listed on Amazon India is actually the wired headset, so be careful if you end up ordering that, which is priced somewhere around the 15,000 INR mark. So, and then second, of course, is the Razer Black Shark V2 Pro wireless, which I have said in my segments earlier as well. It's a very well-rounded headset and definitely worth a consideration. Something that I was doing myself, but unfortunately it's not been available in India for quite some time now. So that's the second headset. And if I were to move a segment higher, then the Astro A40s, which are officially not available in India, and the Odyssey Penrose, which is a very good headset, well-rounded headset, having a great audio signature, a bit tight on the head, but otherwise ticks all the right boxes when it comes to giving you a PlayStation 5 experience. Anyways, we have a good amount of discussion on our Discord server about headsets, and we actually have owners having different headsets and using it on the PlayStation 5, and they will share their different experiences of gaming on the next gen console. So if you guys are on Discord or you want to be part of the PlayStation India server, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Hop on and be part of a 4,000 plus member strong community wherein we discuss about everything under the sun, and hopefully if you are on the lookout for a console, one of our notification bots can help you get either the PlayStation or the Xbox consoles. So that brings me to the end of this review video. Thank you for watching. I hope it was a review that was exhaustive enough and gave you a good amount of info about the capabilities and the experience that you might have with the Arctis 7P wireless. Is this a good product to buy? Am I enjoying it? Very much so. I absolutely love how nicely it fits on my head and how comfortable it is. And the price at which I got it at, I think it is good value. Anything priced higher would have been a rethink. But whatever said and done, I'm very happy with this purchase. It's a very well-rounded product, and I would highly recommend the Steelseries Arctis 7P wireless to PlayStation 5 gamers. Apologies if I've made any mistakes. Apologies if I've overlooked some important detail in this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. This is Kimmy Yanks signing off. Please take care, stay safe, and enjoy your gaming.